tragedy across the board for not only American energy producers, but more importantly, American consumers. And now with this latest move of where we're seeing literally hundreds of millions of dollars, $200 million in this case, going to a company called Microvast. Infrastructure money that is supposed to be creating national security for America, jobs for Americans, and it's being controlled by a communist country.
That was former Energy Secretary Rick Perry with me last week on this program on President Biden's energy policy, which supports China rather than America. Biden's climate change agenda has increased America's reliance on foreign oil, while greatly benefiting communist China, sending manufacturing of electric vehicle components, such as batteries, among others, which are made largely in China. Attorneys general from across the country are suing the administration now over this agenda. Among them, Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes, who wrote an op-ed about the damage environmental, social, and corporate governance, or ESG, policies are having on the economy, with tens of trillions of dollars at stake. Joining me right now is the man himself, Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes. And AG, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. I want to ask you about this whole of government approach to ESG and how you were actually successful in beginning to get some of these big moneyed institutions to stop pressuring banks to not bank fossil fuel companies and get out of this climate change agenda. Tell us about your work.
Yeah, thank you, Maria. Merry Christmas to you. It's not just banks. It's asset managers, it's companies, it's government agencies. And one of the things that we just had great success on, we asked the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC, for a hearing to look at Vanguard, which had just applied for, again, for investment with public utilities, to look at Vanguard and the effect that its stated ESG policies would have on prices, on grid stability, on inflation. And we asked that FERC make sure to hold Vanguard accountable. And amazingly, Vanguard took a step back, removed its membership from the Net Zero Asset Managers Association, and I think sent a signal to other large asset managers that they have to think twice or even three times about the consequences of these activist, progressive ESG policies.
You know, I find it really hypocritical. These same people, the Larry Finks of the world, are over there saying, oh, we're not going to invest in oil companies because we want to do ESG, but we're perfectly fine putting our money in China and communist China. And what they're doing is funding the expansion of an adversary who may turn the tables around on America. Why are they doing that?
Maria, it is mind-blowing because they are putting our national security at risk. They are putting our consumers at risk. And we feel it at the pump every single day. The cost of energy and electricity and heating the home felt in this economy is felt by every single American. There is no good reason for them to be doing that. Empowering China, cutting America off at its knees in terms of energy, not just independence, but energy dominance. We should have energy dominance, creating opportunities for rare earth elements for us to be even more dependent on China because of these ESG policies. All of these things are intermixed in that op-ed. I talk about all of that as being an existential threat to our society.
AG, I want to take a short break, but I know back in the day you ran a technology fund before you were the AG of Utah. I want to get your take on Twitter. And I was with you at the border, you and many other AGs last year. I want to get your take as Title 42 is about to end. We'll be right back with more from AG Sean.